In life, accidents do happen, but they do not need to happen all the time. If it happens all the time, I need to find out what causes those accidents to happen in my life. I need to see what really is not working correctly and find ways to fix the problem. Yesterday, an accident happened, or was it a mistake? We all make mistakes. We are not perfect in this world that somehow shows imperfections in our lives. Let me show you this one. Two professional glass people came to my house to fix a sliding glass window. They began to work the project quickly, but as they removed the glass, a turn for the worse occurred. I did not know this, but the glass window was large and it was very heavy. I don't know how they were able to work up with the glass so quickly, but it was tempered glass when that glass tapped the floor of the asphalt when removed, it broke into 1,000,000 pieces of glass. It looked like 1,000,000 diamonds sparkling on the ground. I told the two men not to be upset. Mistakes do happen. It's only when we can learn anything in life with true meaning that we learn from our mistakes. We will never forget it. I commended the men as good people. Their intentions was to do the job correctly. And I'm certain if they could do it all over again and erase that moment, it would have been done correctly again and again and again. They would focus on what is right and not what is wrong. In our times of recovery over bad behaviors, we work on doing things correctly often. We do this only because we need to figure out no different than the two men what could have been done differently and how we can achieve that in our lives. Our minds are filled with answers to our problems, but we need to learn. It may seem difficult to do, but as a child goes to school and does not learn, the teacher is not teaching correctly. I put myself in this position, but maybe I'm not. Mainly, I am simply placing Jesus into this picture as being the teacher for you and me. Remember all those times you would read His Word and you could not find anything wrong with Him? He is still the same. Nothing has changed. He speaks to you and me. The flesh is weak, but the Spirit is always willing. It's all about our flesh that gets in the way of His will, and it is only in time, with patience and endurance, we can find our common mistakes not being so much mistakes anymore. We just need time and practice on change in our lives. Let's not focus on the mistakes, but focus on change. Let's focus on our Creator who already has set the example of a flawless life. The broken pieces of glass does not seem so important anymore. The work ahead of you and me does not look so difficult. Our lives are being transformed into the image of Christ. Truly, He loves us. Our honesty has said to us, the accountability software helps us. Together we help each other and Christ. When our moments of loneliness and difficulties step into our lives, there He will be here for us. Like the broken pieces of glass, the beauty of it is this. It is broken. It may seem like it's worthless, but many messages of change and love comes out of it. Being broken like glass is like being broken before God. Have you prayed to God for forgiveness? Do you write about your brokenness like David did in Psalms 51? Do you write the beauty of God in your life to show the world change in your life? His strength is truly made perfect in our weaknesses. There is nothing he cannot do for you. We just need to let him do it in our lives. It is a process, but change will always override a mistake if our hearts are driven towards Christ and change. That is you and I today. Not to be like this glass broken to pieces, but to be put together again for his glory, to look like a masterpiece. Oh, how he loves you and me. We would not be alive if it were not so. There is still time for change and Christ in our lives. Let's continue to put Christ into practice in our lives today and always.